Okay, so if you haven't seen this video already, we're going to go through it. Police, Gestapos, enforcing vaccine mandates. Now, keep in mind, full disclosure. I know there's been a lot of the times this video has been presented. It's been presented as if it's some organic thing. These guys clearly, from watching the video, were in on the whole thing. So these people had gone there with a purpose. Okay, there's probably about 10 or 15. It's hard to count how many there are, but their point was valid. And what they did was basically bring to the police the question. Okay, and the question that they brought was simple. If you're given tyrannical orders, are you going to just obey them and hide behind the fact that you have to obey orders? Or are you going to stand up for liberty? The answer was a little disturbing. And the reason why we're showing this here is because this is directly pertinent to Article 5. All right? So if you're not familiar with Article 5, this is what our YouTube channel is all about. This is what our website is all about, our Facebook page, etc. This is what our channel is all about. Okay? And the reason it's all about it is because Article 5 will give us the ability to amend the Constitution of the United States of America with no say from the federal government, and we can do so to restrict the government's power. That's why it was written there, in case this was ever needed. For the love of God, if it's not needed now, if you don't see that this is needed now, I don't know how to help you. I don't. But let's get into this, because they posed this question basically to the police, and the New York City Police Department gave them their answer. This was some of the people right here. Okay, so you could see this is not, it's not just a one race thing. There's a little rainbow going on in there. But there are others with Latinos and black people and white people and Asians. So here you see the guys sitting at the table. So it says, please tell us why we're being ignored. So they went in here, they sat down and just got ignored, right? So now, truth be told, the staff probably understand that these people are not vaccinated, and now they're in a rock and a hard place. Now it's like, well, they'll shut us down, right? The Gestapo will come in, and the tyrants will come in and shut down our operation, and we can't serve anyone. Or, what do we do? Or we serve these people, or we don't serve these people, and now we've got an activist situation to deal with. Well, as bad as, while there's some part of me that feels bad for Applebee's, not enough. This needs to be done. So let's go. So here come the police, and I'm going to just give you a better view of how many of them there are. Look at this, all the way down the line. And you see the police, all of them carrying multiple zip tie handcuffs. So they didn't show up there with the intention to just talk this through or work this out. They showed up there with the full knowledge that they were about to leave with some people, right? Now, once they get inside, they're a little bit more, giving a chance, but their intention is simple. They know what they're doing. They know they're leaving with people, and they do.
What's up, guys? What brings you guys down here tonight?
Why you guys here? Why you
guys failed us last night.
Why? I didn't want you to apply to the right.
Alright, just be advised that unless you have your vaccination cards, alright, you cannot be paid at the restaurant, alright? You'll be voluntarily asked to leave, and if you refuse, you'll be arrested for trespass. Alright?
So there's your answer from the police department, right? There it is. Yes, we will take tyrannical orders. Yes, we will rationalize this. Yes, this is our job. So this is, understand, the reason that they wanted the police to fund it in the first place, the Marxists did, is because they want to replace them with what they called community organizers. Community organizers meaning Antifa and groups like that. People that will have no problem taking away rights of citizens and enforcing crazy stuff. Okay, that's why they wanted to fund the police. Don't get it twisted. This is an old tactic. It's not new. Everyone acts like it's some kind of grand conspiracy. It is a conspiracy, but it's not a quiet one. It's not a hidden one. This is the same tactic they always use. Always. But in NYPD, the NYPD, they're in compliance. They will absolutely sign on to the Nazi stuff. Now let's go ahead. I want to get to the point where this woman is letting him have it. So she's telling him, I support you, and look at you, you're here to arrest me.
I'm glad that I went to support you alive. And I support you guys. You went to protest for you guys. And when Tom called, oh, why are you black and supporting NYPD? Look at it now. They're here to harass me. Now they're here to harass me. Do whatever you're going to do.
Hold on.
Do whatever you're going to do.
Hold on.
Now this guy is great. I love this freaking guy. I love this guy. So he takes it to him, and she's about to walk away. He's like, no. He's like, hold the line. You can't, this is not a point where we walk away. This issue is too big to walk away. It's too big, right? So let's let him have it.
Hold the line. Hold the line.
Hold the line.
Hold the line.
This is outrageous.
Hold the line. Hold the line. Get comfortable getting uncomfortable. This is unconstitutional.
Why are you trying to remove me from the premise? Tell me right now. What is the reason?
You guys who can even
What is the reason? Yes, you cannot tell me the reason. If you cannot tell me the reason that
You can back up and y'all can join us. You can. They're going after your children.
So there's the appeal, right? So he just said to him, you can back up and join us, right? He says they're going after your children too. And that's 100% true. Okay, these police officers, I don't know if they think that, you know, once they take that shirt off, once they're no longer useful as an arm of the government, their families are going to be at the same risk once things start hitting the fan as well. So this guy's right on point.
Fighting for you guys. I want you to lost my job with the law system. This is bullshit.
Money shouldn't buy you. What would y'all do in the 50s? If you're an African American, what would you have done in the 60s?
So you hear what he's saying, right? What would you have done in the 50s and 60s? If you're an African American, because there's an African American, there's a black woman standing there. So he's telling her, hey, what would you have done in the 60s? Would you stand? Would you just, you know, leave? Would you just peacefully walk out? You know, or would you stand your ground? And of course, we know the answer to that because people stood their ground. But the fact of the matter is, this isn't much different. Only now it's not just black people. Now it's everybody. Now it's everybody. Now it's anti-vaxxers. Right now, we finally have a category where they can throw everyone in, and they sure do. By the end of this video, they'll have arrested a black woman, a white man, a Latino man, and an Asian man. I mean, I don't know if there's any other gender, what the genders are, everybody, but they pretty much cross the whole gamut right there. All right. So, and this is the thing; it ain't gonna end, folks, unless we end it. Unless we end it.
In the 60s, what would you have done in the civil rights movement? Would you just turn a blind eye and take orders? Huh? Would y'all have done that in the 60s? In the civil rights? Huh? You would have gone ahead, take a knee now. This is why you need to take a knee. We're going to hold the line.
They're going to continue on back and forth here. So you can watch the full video. You know, we'll have the link below. But here you see them arresting. Now they're going to say that, according to the people on scene, they didn't even read these guys' Miranda rights.
United States of America. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
You guys, what happened to the Constitution? What happened to free speech? What happened to all our liberties? God bless you. God bless you.
So you see how that guy's saying, God bless you? So he's not a part of this. You could tell he's not a part of this. That's just a dude who was eating at Applebee's that day. Probably a vaccinated guy because he was allowed to eat. But he sees all this going down, and even he's like, doesn't make any sense. What happened to our liberties? But I don't know what it's going to take to wake some people up. I don't. I don't know if you're still the person who's rationalizing all this stuff. Stop it. If you're that person, just stop it because it's terrible.
You're a real American hero.
And look here, so we got
Anybody read that? Why are you witnessing? Nobody came up to us and told us to leave. Nobody asked us what we were doing there. You have no right to arrest anybody. You have no ground.
Hate America. You can't just they hate this country.
Like, I don't understand. Why are you taking them in?
The video was the symbolism that was used, and with the flag, in case you do watch it on your own and you're not sure what it means, here we go. So you'll see he flies the flag. So you see he's flying the flag upside down here, and what that means is not a sign of disrespect. It's, you know, Marxists are always burning the flags in their protests. But in this case, what flying the flag upside down means, what it generally means is that you're in distress, or that, you know, that you're under duress. And what this is saying in this form, in this protest, is that the nation is under duress, that the nation is distressed, the nation is under attack. That's what this is saying. Okay, so in case you see this video later and you're not sure what an upside down flag means, that's what it means. Okay.
Let them go! Let them go! Let them go! Let them go!
All right. So in the end, you get the point. All right, you get the point. And the fact of the matter is, folks, we all need to be together on this. We all need to be together on this. We have to fight. We need to implement Article 5. We do it through our state legislatures. Okay. So I understand it's acceptable that you don't know a lot about Article 5. It's acceptable that you don't fully understand the Convention of States. It's acceptable even that you believe some of the hogwash that these people are throwing at you about wild runaway conventions and all this. But it's not acceptable for you to not go look at the history yourself. And you know, we've dedicated ourselves. Convention of States Action has been dedicated for a long time. That their organization is the one that's actually gotten the 15 states on board. They've got, you know, groups and things that you can get involved with. You know, we're just here on the educational purpose only. All right. So because we just realized how few people understand this. But this is the way, folks. This is the way. So let's go ahead. Let's get it together. Let's come together. All right. Come together. Forget the diversity. It's all about unity. All right. It's all about Americans uniting. It's not left versus right. Not left versus right. It's humanity versus tyranny. So let's have at it. Don't forget, we've got the Article 5 for Beginners. Episode 4 is going to be coming out, okay, in the next day or so. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe to get alerts when it comes out. And we're going to keep those episodes going for some brief, quick hits for you to be able to send off to people who may need a little help in understanding the concepts or different perspectives. We also have blogs on our website as well to help with that same purpose. All right, I'm out.
And like that,